Where's Mike Smith? I mean, come on. Where is Michael Smith? Please. Right. I look. I need that. I need that as a meme. Like that. That's my meme right there. That's all I need. Kevin Durant saying it was amazing basketball for 17 games, and he got that wrong. It wasn't even 17. It was 6. It was 16. You ain't even get to 17. It was 16. And you remember do you remember this quote from a while ago? This is back in the day where Shaq said something like, "I've won at every level except for college and the pros." Oh, okay. What? High school? We talking about state? We talking about state titles now? Like, we keep track of state titles? The youth league? You got a youth league title? Anyway, we just need to play that off the top because we have a draft today. We got a draft today. Nat, how you feeling? Yeah. Are we doing this draft right now?
We are doing it. And,
we're doing the brother from another draft.
We're doing it. I already know my team is going to be better than yours. I'm pretty excited about that.
I'm sure it will be. Listen, Nat, you are a formidable opponent. You know basketball, so I'm sure you've got a plan. We got the players on the board. We got the reserves because this is what the NBA is going to do this. And this kind of takes the fun out of it, Nat. I don't know if you agree with this. It takes the fun out of it. They're picking the reserves first.
Yeah.
Then they're going to pick the starters. Well, yeah. If they're trying to avoid the embarrassment of who's picked last, well, just use your imagination. The last reserve picked is the last person picked.
Exactly.
So what's the difference?
Exactly. It's really silly. I mean, if that mind game works for people, I guess, but we all know like what it is. So it makes no sense to me. It's also awkward too, like you're doing your lineup. It's awkward because it's like you're picking your reserves before you know who your main guys are.
So that's what we're going to do today. And I hear the music playing. I believe you have the first pick with the reserves. So Natalie, lead us off in the draft.
Well, first, yes, let's let the people know that I am representing Team Giannis.
Oh, right? Of course. That's very important. You're Giannis, you're Team Giannis, and you're going against, who are you going against? Who's your opponent?
Team LeBron.
You just happen to be going against the greatest player in NBA history. So thank you.
Michael Jordan did turn 60 recently, but he is not here. So
and you're fortunate, by the way, that because I had a whole plan, and I told Gary Carter this. You're fortunate that we're not picking the starters first and that Steph Curry is not playing, because I was going to troll the hell out of you. That was going to be my first pick regardless. It's going to be Steph Curry. I was just going to take Steph. I was going to take him just because.
That would likely be Bron's first pick too, but. Here's the thing. Well, I'm going to do my pick and then I'm going to talk about it after and what's interesting. So I'm picking for Team Giannis, and my first pick is actually going to be, as a reserve, the first-time All-Star Tyrese Halliburton.
That's an excellent choice. He's very high on my board. And I tell you, when you said first-time All-Star, I thought you were going to take my number one overall pick, also a first-time All-Star, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Oklahoma City.
So,
love him.
Why did you pick Shai? Because I'm going to tell you why I picked Halliburton, but go ahead.
Well, I know why you picked Halliburton. You tell me about Halliburton. I know all this. He's amazing. That is a great selection, and I think we're in for a fight already. If that's your first pick, this is going to be a war.
It is.
I love him. I love everything about his game. You probably picked him because he can do it all. He can pass. He can defend. Just really a smart, doesn't turn the ball over. Just really a terrific young player for the Indiana Pacers.
Incredible facilitator, high IQ guy. And also, I want to point out that in reality, I'm picking for Team Giannis, but I'm picking the way Natalie thinks it should go, because Giannis most likely, if I'm guessing, is going to get trapped into picking his teammate Drew Holiday first, which is going to already set up Team LeBron for like a great, advantage because he has to go with his teammate first or else, but he shouldn't go with his teammate first.
Damn, I can't believe you picked Halliburton. I mean, I'm sitting here. I mean, he was number one on my board is Shea, but number 2 on my board, number 3 on my board was Halliburton. I got some guys on my board. I know you. I got some guys on there. I know you're not going to pick. So,
all right. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go next. Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
So who's my second pick? Who is my second pick? I'm going to go Paul George.
Oh, good.
Good.
He's lower. He's lower on my list.
Okay.
He's lower.
So I just look. Paul George to me is solid. I mean, 23, 6, and 5 this season. He's shooting 46% from the field, 38% from 3. But the reason that's relevant is because he's always a high volume 3-point shooter. Just a solid season overall. And also, Paul George is always underrated. People don't think as highly of him as I do, but I know he's great. Almost set like the scoring lead one year in the All-Star game. And I need a wing. So yeah, I'm going with Paul George.
A lot of wings out there. He's not. I have a category here that has. I wrote "don't really care." There are like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on that don't really care if I get him or not. But he's not on the don't really care list. But he was like 2 spots from it. So I don't think he's underrated. I think at this point in his career, he's properly rated, maybe even a little overrated. He's okay. He's okay.
Better than okay. That's okay. He's a reserve. So these are reserves.
I'm going to go quickly here. I think this guy is a steal. I thought you were going to take him. The guy that Halliburton was traded for, give me Sabonis. Sabonis, really versatile player. Terrific. Leading the NBA in rebounding. Doesn't need the ball to score. I mean, doesn't need the ball to be happy. Does everything very well. So give me Mr. Sabonis, and I'm happy. Top 2 guys. I got the top 2 guys on my board. These are the top 2 guys on my board for reserves.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, I disagree. But moving on.
Sure.
So I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking someone you may want, but I'm not sure.
No, don't want him. He's on my don't care list. Go ahead, take him.
Jaylen Brown.
Yes, good. Good.
Yeah, I mean, well, why don't you want Jaylen?
I mean, I'm thinking about team construction. I got some guys that I value a little bit more right now than Jaylen Brown. And knowing how you're going to pick here, I'm allowed to. I can play around with my board more because I know your biases, and so I can get some pretty good value here.
Okay, well, go ahead. Who's your next pick?
I like DeMar DeRozan.
Oh.
So, you don't like DeMar DeRozan?
I mean, I don't think he's an all-star this year, but okay.
You okay? All right. I'm surprised that you would say that. So when you talk about, with your wings, I'm just thinking about matchups too. DeMar DeRozan matches up favorably against any of your guys. I got somebody for Jaylen Brown. There's DeMar. I got somebody for Paul George. He is not a 3-point shooter, but I got 3-point shooting. I'll be fine with that. So I think DeMar is a terrific player, and I'm happy to see the renaissance he got when he was able to get out of San Antonio after being dumped there in the Kawhi trade and on to Chicago. You want to talk about underrated? Still, he's been in the league forever, and he's still underrated. Okay. We're happy to have him. Who you got next?
Happy, but I'm happy for this next pick, which is Bam Adebayo. And yeah, I mean, I think it's self-explanatory. I need some defense. I mean, I already have Giannis, but I'm bringing some defense. And what more do you have to say about him?
Speaking of defense, I'm going to take one of your favorite players, Jaren Jackson from Memphis.
Oh, yeah, I really love that pick for you.
I thought you'd enjoy that.
Oh my gosh. How messed up is it that I still haven't picked Giannis's teammate yet? But my next pick, I'm going with a point guard, and I'm going De'Aaron Fox, a guy who I think never needed to be an injury replacement.
Oh, you know what? I see that setup. With your setup, I thought you were going to say you were about to take Holiday. I was like, oh my God. Because if you had taken Holiday, I was about to draft Fox. I was just about to draft. I was like, oh good, she's about to take Drew Holiday. And I was going to draft De'Aaron Fox. Okay, listen, go ahead, take him. Shame on both of us, because this guy was, if you had taken Shea first, I was going to take my next pick. I can't believe I got him here. I'm taking Dame. I'll take Dame.
Go ahead, take him.
How'd you not take Dame? What's wrong with both of us?
Nothing. It was a pretty easy decision for me.
You must not like him. You
dislike
something
him,
you don't like
but...
about him. Something you don't like about him.
All right, I'm going to move on.
There's a story.
I'm going to go ahead here. And let's see. Looking at who we have left, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take my teammate, Drew Holiday.
Okay, there you go. Thank you. Give me Siakam.
Okay. Well, I have a very guard-heavy lineup, but I'm okay with that. I'm going to go Ant Edwards.
Ant-Man, movie's coming out today. Movie's out. What up, Ant-Man? He was my number 8. He was number 8 on the list of guys that I really wanted. But since I can't have him, last pick I believe is Julius Randle.
It is indeed the player, one of the players who Knicks fans are arguing. They think they should have 2 All-Stars, and they think Brunson should have been one over Halliburton. Craziness. So yeah, I'm okay. I'll get the rest of the bigs I need in the next round.
Yeah, you will. You will. So you ready to do this thing? You ready for the starters?
Yeah, but let's take a look so far. Let's.
Can I just tell? Hold on. Can I just tell people? Can I tell people behind the scenes? Gary Carter's a trip. Gary, you're a trip. So Gary's in our ear saying, "Pick up the pace." So then we pick up the pace. He's like, "Slow down. Come on. What you want?"
Not letting us talk through the way that we want to, but I mean,
okay.
I'm thinking about.
We're ready to draft.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about my picks, and I'm looking. I mean, how do you feel about your team so far?
Well, I'm stung by the. I really wanted Halliburton. I thought I'd be able to get him, and I'm just surprised that you took him as early as you did. I respect it. It was a great selection. I thought I'd be able to sneak him in there, but I'm pretty much I'm getting the guys that I want.
Yeah,
so
I can admit.
As the great Chuck D once said, I don't rhyme for the sake of riddling. I'm building a team here. I got reasons. I'm trying to fit the pieces together. It's a puzzle.
Yeah.
So certain guys fit in the puzzle.
All right, look,
this is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
That's it. We need to reset. I'm calling back to my office. So get them to set the board. Are you guys setting the board for the first round? Setting the board? Okay. So we got to set the board. We got to bring some champagne in here too. Got to bring some champagne in. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. We got to get ready for the starters round of the draft. And Natalie, I'm telling you, Natalie's something else. What a deal maker. During the break, tried to get me to trade her Siakam for Ant-Man, who she didn't even want to draft. Her last draft pick, it was just kind of like, okay. So that deal, no deals. We got to think about the big picture first. We got to fill in the gaps. We'll see what holes we have, and we can talk after the draft.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so I'm first here, right?
Yeah.
Look, this is easy. When you have the first pick in the draft, I'm representing Team LeBron, the greatest player in NBA history, all time, and I'm gonna pick the best player in the league right now. That's Nikola Jokic. By any measure, the eye test, analytics, wins, whatever it is, whatever you want to measure, Jokic is the best player. So give me the best player, and I'm very happy with this young man who can do it all.
Okay. For my first pick, I'm going to go with a guy who some others would argue is the best player on the way to it. That's Luka. So I'm going to take Luka as my first pick. I mean, I just feel like he's the best player remaining of those who are on the list, so that should be self-explanatory.
I got a guy who can guard him. I know exactly who can guard him. Not necessarily shut him down, but can match up with him. Similar size, great skill set. Luka's a better passer than this player, but this player is a better defender than Luka. Hello, Boston. Hello, Jason Tatum. Welcome to Team LeBron.
No, please. As though I love Jason, though. I do love him, but guard him? I don't know. That's a stretch, but definitely a good pick. Now, see, I don't know if I'm hurting myself here, but I'm right now, and I know it's someone who you'd never pick anyway, Holley, but I'm going to go
I was going to pick him.
You know who I'm about to go with?
Yeah.
Joel Embiid. I'm going to go with Joel Embiid. He's obviously the next, he's the best remaining player in here. I want some more size. And also, the only thing that I'm worried about is like Joel Embiid right now may not play. We don't know. But as of currently right now, he's still, scheduled to be an all-star. So I'm going with the process.
That's an excellent selection. I love what Embiid can do. Only question about Embiid, it's always his health. But when he's out there, he can do some incredible things. Natalie, it's not very often that you get to. I feel like I picked the best player in the league right now. Now I'm about to pick my favorite player. I'm about to pick my favorite player in the league. That's Kyrie Irving. I'll take Kyrie Irving, my favorite player in basketball.
Oh my gosh, I'm actually pretty shocked by that.
I know you are. And now, see, now you're stuck because you gotta pick a guy. You gotta pick him. Yes, you do. You gotta pick him. I know you don't. See, I thought about this last night. I said, I sure did. I sure did. I'll say, now she's gotta pick Ja at some point. You're gonna have to pick him. Go ahead, pick him.
But you know what? I am not a moron. I'm not going to shoot myself in the foot.
I know you're not.
I get someone who is athletic. I get someone who is a highlight reel. I get someone who's going to make the crowd scream. I get someone who really is pretty unguardable. So I'm going to go with Ja Morant.
You need bigs, you said, so I'm going to do you a favor. You can have Markkanen. I will take Donovan Mitchell.
Okay.
And I got to say, I like my squad.
I like my squad,
I like what I've come up here. And so let the people decide. Maybe the people decide, what the strengths, you got to use that academic language now. So, these days, most teachers don't say strengths and weaknesses. They say strengths and areas of improvement. Here's your strengths and here are areas you can improve. So what are the strengths of both of our teams? What are the areas that we can improve? Family, let us know. Let us know. We're going to be putting this out, be tweeting it out, posting it, everything.
Yeah. I do have a question
Giannis, Team LeBron.
for you. I do have a question for you. You let me take Lori, or you really just didn't want him? Were you being kind to me, or were you? Because I actually like the Lori pick.
No, I like him. No, I like him. He said he was number 8. He was ranked number 8 on our starters, which is no shame.
Right.
8 because you have Giannis and LeBron, so everybody else is like 3 through 8.
Cool. Okay.
It was a numbers game. It was a numbers game for Lori. That's all.
No problem. All right. Well, I think it's worth pointing out he's an injury replacement, and just let it be known that Zion would have been a starter. We know Stephen Curry would have been a starter as well, and also Kevin Durant. So we're missing some pretty heavy hitters from this All-Star game as well.
So it took some creativity to put the team together to make to make it fit like the way we want it to. So Natalie, are you ready to transition to the comments section? Well, we'll talk about the comments. I hear we got to take a break first. Just a quick break. I don't know why, but we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and we will do the comments. But right before we go, here's Team LeBron and Team Giannis.
Final look. My squad's winning. It's beating yours easily.
So where do you have the advantage? Tell me that. Where's the strength of it?
I mean, you do have arguably the best player in the league, but I have better players all around. Like, I have Giannis, I have Jokic, I have Ja. I just have.
You don't have Jokic. No, you don't have Jokic.
I'm sorry, I didn't say Jokic. I meant Luka. I meant Luka. And Embiid.
Okay.
Like, these are like MVP candidate type players. You don't have that many of those level players on your team.
MVP candidates, or the guy who's won the last two and might win the third one this year? Yeah, don't talk to me about candidates.
You
Show
have
me
him
hardware.
one. You have him
I got the hardware.
I have multiple players at that level.
Yeah, okay,
multiple.
That's nice. Candidates on the come up. I like it. As promised, time for one of my favorite segments. It's the comments section. I'm here for the comments. Natalie, what's up today with the comments?
Yeah, so we've had this discussion a few different points, like in the last week or so, about whether the Chiefs are a dynasty. So I thought it would be good to put it out there to our viewers and see what they thought. They agree with you, Holley, and I do as well, that you probably need to at least get 3 first before we start actually talking dynasty. So almost 60%. But I thought this comment was funny because someone said that the dynasty is already in progress, which is also another argument that I've made. But I love the reply. 2 Super Bowls is not a dynasty. At least pretend you are a real sports fan.
Oh, see, judgy, little judgy. We try not to do that in the comments section. Just let people kind of express themselves. See, now you're going to somebody's. Now they're going at their integrity. What are your core? Are you really a sports fan? No, they're a dynasty fan.
This is what makes social media so great. I mean, as long as it's not too bad and you don't get to name calling, but it's just funny.
Oh, some people might consider that name calling. I'm not a sports fan.
I mean, I've had this conversation too, because I've had a lot of people trying to convince me that you can be a dynasty with 2. And I was like, when? In what world? It's always been at least 3, I think, and I feel like that's pretty standard across the board.
Yeah, I agree. And, 2 goes by pretty quickly. You win 2 and then that's it. So, 2 and 5 is 2 and 4 is pretty good. 2 and 7, nobody's talking about a dynasty. 2 and 8, forget it. You just won 2 championships and the sport has moved on to something else, no matter what sport it is. Baseball, hockey, basketball, it doesn't matter, football.
Yep. So there was, we had a discussion yesterday about the Warriors. And someone said, man, the excuses for the Warriors. I'm sure that person was talking about me. And I'm just going to say, I understand listening to it, why it felt like excuses. So I'm not bothered by this person saying that. But I think we had a great conversation off air that people didn't get to hear. And again, I'm going to ask the question, Michael Holley, who is the team we see in the West that's going to beat the Warriors 3 times? 4 times. Why do I keep saying 3? 4 times in a 7-game series.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say who that team is definitively. They saw the Nuggets last year. I know, different year for both of them. They saw the Nuggets last year with Jokic winning the MVP, and they handled the Nuggets. They saw the Mavericks last year with Brunson. Okay, the Mavericks had Brunson. They lost him. Kyrie on the Mavericks. And the Mavericks are struggling anyway. Maybe it is, Natalie, maybe it is your Phoenix Suns or the team, your member, the star of your team, Ja Morant, and the Memphis Grizzlies. Maybe they're ready after losing in 6 games last year.
No, it's not them. And I just want to be clear that obviously Jokic has his teammates back this year, but the reason we say that is because the postseason is different, right? You scheme, and those other teams are schemable, and the Warriors can do that. So I'm still taking the Warriors. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, but can the Warriors? They got more of a fight this year than they did last year.
They do.
Coming
for
up,
sure.
they're still
Absolutely.
Will you feel that way if they're in the play-in round? Will you still think they'll come out of the play-in round and go to the finals?
I do.
Ooh,
I do.
That's confident.
They're not going to repeat the same mistake.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget, you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.